So they say, speed that thrills, kills. Don't worry where I'm headed with this story. I'm alive, I'm here, I'm happy. But my definition of speed at a certain point of my life was me riding a tire hastily, fast, from the shopping center into my grandmother's house in the village of Shamahoho. That didn't last long because I went straight into a big pot of tea that was cooking. I remember screaming. There was a frenzy. My mom was screaming. My aunt came from I don't know where. But there was this one man who came and put everything in order. He came, just looked at me, took me into his arms and started screaming, "Turayaha!" Like, get out of here. He was ordering everybody who was crowding that place to get away. Mr. William Mudigi, my grandfather. Such a respected man. And within no time, I was in hospital. I was being taken care of. The guy commanded respect. He walked straight. And I remember very well him standing in front of his shop in Shamahoho, in the town. And he used to command a lot of order, wearing his kaunda suit, well ironed. The guy was a Shylock. And he had order in keeping his money. From my grandfather, I learned the value of money. No romance without finance. Hey, hey, you got to have a J-O-B if you want to be with me. Yes, you got to have some cash here. And you know how it is right now in terms of economy. Wow. You have to have a medium of exchange. From that man, I learned that. From that man, I learned order. From that man, I learned the value of being respected, because I remember very well when he died, wow, people were unhappy. And I'm sure most of them were unhappy because they didn't have anywhere to borrow money. But fair enough, he's shaped my life. My name is Delvin Savara. My last name is Mudigi, like my grandfather. And I am proud to say that I'm a direct product of the men in my life and the men around me. Yes, I am indeed. Let me speak to you about my father. I grew up in Maringo Estate in Eastlands. We grew up in a very nice, small house, one-bedroom house, but it was full of love. My papa, Mr. Humphrey Mudigi, was the sole breadwinner, and that guy is a ninja, I'm telling you. He used to have unlike my grandfather, he was relatable. He wasn't scary. He wasn't feared by people. He was calm, collected. His job as a telecommunications engineer wasn't enough to sustain 5 kids, man. And at that age, I was eating 5 chapatis, 6 on average, you know. That time when there was a little bit of financial difficulty, if I may say, the guy used to sit me down, me and my sister and my brother, and tell me, you know what, my kids, listen to me. In the next 1 week, I might not be able to give you the kind of food that you guys like to eat, but you guys have to make a choice. So every morning, you either do black tea with an accompaniment, that's bread or mandazi, or chapati rather, or you have milk tea without an accompaniment. So we had to choose. And we understood. Me, my sister and I always had different opinions, so we just scheduled it in a way that it was alternating. And it was easy for me to enjoy bread today, and then tomorrow she can enjoy a cup of milk tea, you know. That man was very organized. And to be sincere, on that weekend, after that week, the guy spoiled me. We went to Huru Park. He bought us everything. He bought me ice cream. He spoiled us. He took us to our uncle's place. We went car racing, like we did all of that. It was a reward kind of system, and he planted that in our minds. Even during that difficulty, the guy kept a straight face. He smiled at me. And I remember very well, I never got jealous of my neighbors' kids' stuff or my friends' stuff. I was just like, my dad will provide. Maybe not now, but next year, yeah, he'll buy me a bike. So he kept his promise, and I really appreciate that. I remember very well going to Upper Hill School. The man took me to Upper Hill School. There was a time he used to tell me, in school right now, I might not give you everything. I'll give you just 500 shillings. But a man should survive just by shoe polish, toothpaste, and tissue paper. What else do you need? And I used to look at him, but he was teaching me something. Patience. Sometimes I used to be sent home for school fees, for lack of school fees, yeah? And the guy sat me down and told me, listen to me, yeah? You're just going to be home for the next 3 days. But on the 4th day, I promise, you'll have school fees. The guy always fulfilled his promises. He supported my secondary school education. And I had to do well because, lacking school fees and seeing like I should study hard, I got an A. And he was like, whoa, I was like happy. And I was called to Egerton University to go study agribusiness management. During that time, my band members and I, things are happening well after high school, We are starting to rise. Popularity is coming out like, Lazizi is out. Things are shaping up, I went straight there, and the commuting from Nakuru every weekend to come to Nairobi, play gigs, join my friends, enjoy my life, became so tiring. There were times when I used to do a gig on Sunday evening and then catch the last bus and then have an exam on Monday morning. But I aced, don't worry, I aced all those exams. I'm thankful because it reached a time where I couldn't handle it anymore. Music was taking over. SautiSol popularity is gaining. We're supposed to go on tour. Our manager is planning stuff to go to Europe. I'm like, oh my God, this is so much. I called my papa. I was like, Dad, I need to talk to you, and I need to talk to you in person. So let me come to Nairobi. I was like, you know what? Come. Took a bus, came straight to Nairobi, chilling with my dad. And I had no plan. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to convince this guy that I don't want to stay this side because I even have to drop this course and look for another course, and I'll pay for myself so that I can be in Nairobi and do music. Sitting on the weekend, like trying to ponder, what will I tell this man? Going through the Kenyan Gazette, then I see African Nazarene University are advertising for scholarships, half scholarship or full scholarship, depending on the mark you got. So I got half scholarship because I qualified for half scholarship because I got an A-. I was like, whoa. I went straight on Monday. So I did not speak to my dad that time. I just found a way out, and on Monday went straight to African Nazarene University, presented my case, and voila, I was given the scholarship. But when I checked the fee structure, even that half, my dad would have to sell a kidney just to be able to pay for that. So I had to think fast. But the best thing is that time we had started getting some money in terms of income. So I strategized, I looked at the situation. Let me pay for quarter of it. Let me talk to my boys and hustle hard, do a lot of gigs, pay for quarter, then convince this man to pay for a quarter. And then the school pays for me the other half. I went home, presented my case very well to my understanding dad, and the man was like, man, you want me not to buy any shoe or any shirt or any pair of trousers for the next 4 years? I can do that for you. He looked me straight in the eyes and told me, are you sure about this? I was like, yes, Dad, I'm sure. And he looked me straight and said, let's do it. That man trusted me at that time. Things just started to work very well. I moved to African Nazarene University. I was in Nairobi, and my happiness in doing music was like booming now. Started supporting my dad, and I graduated. I did business finance, and I graduated with honors. Thank you, African Nazarene University, for that. When I look at these two people, my father and my grandfather, when I think about it, they've shaped my love for math, my planning for savings, my love for financial services, which is a role that I take in any other undertaking that I do, and even in SautiSol. I control the money. But thank you so much for making me this kind of person. From my father, I learned patience. I learned trust. From my father, I have learned the simplicity and the calmness. End of last year, I went straight to Shamahoho to visit the guy. I was like, no, I haven't seen this guy for a very long time, or in a very long time, and I went straight. And by 9 a.m., I was in the compound, relaxed, just listening to chicken, having a good time, enjoying a vibe. It was a very good experience. I remember that day, my dad cooked for me. He prepared lunch for everybody, and he prepared dinner for everybody. He had his gumboots on. He was in the mud, doing everything. And I was so fascinated by that guy, man. He didn't care that I'm SautiSol. He treated me like I was a guest, like I couldn't even believe this guy. The next day, he woke me up so early. He prepared tea for me. To me, that's more than money. To me, that's the reason why we live, to enjoy such moments together. I remember him driving me to the airport the next day, going through the woods, driving through the woods and breathing the fresh air, the greenery, looking around, trying to remember all that I had seen on tour and the craziness of Nairobi, the craziness of the world. The world is in a funk, I just had it well with my soul and rest. I was like, this is the reason why I was born. This is the reason to live, to be able to enjoy life with people that are around you. Asante sana baba yangu, umenipa mafunzo ya ajabu. Kunifunza kweli ni tabu, nafanya kazi usiaibike. Thank you, Dad. Ulinijenga manze. Thank you. It is true to say that, because I've witnessed, iron sharpens iron. And indeed, men can actually sharpen other men. When you think of it, yes, think of it deeply. Men can actually sharpen other men. I cannot finish by not mentioning the people who've directly contributed to my character, even right now as a man. These three guys have shaped me. These three guys have shown me what it is to live, have shown me happiness, has shown me love, community. SautiSol, thank you. Willis Austin Chimano. Chimano is an enigma. Chimano has taught me expression. Chimano has taught me to be different. Chimano has taught me it's fine. Chimano has a lot of luck, man. Anytime I'm with Chimano, things just come my way. People just give me handouts. Always. Chimano has understood me in the darkest points of my life. Asante, Chim. You know it. Thank you so much for shaping my character and opening up my mind to a wide range of possibilities. Thanks, bro. BNA Paraza Alusa. This guy has taught me charisma. What is charisma? This guy has taught me relatability. I met BN first in high school, Upper Hill. It's so interesting to see how he's grown, and my relationship to him has grown over time. We walk into a place with BN Baraza, I know we will get it. We go into a negotiation desk or table or something, we will get that contract. BN is the guy. I love you, man. Nakuheshimu sana, sana, sana. Respect to you. Thank you, bro. Last but not least, Polycarp Otieno Ochieng. I call him Jagwizi, the man himself, the vegan guy. When I'm with Polycarp, I'm ensured of order. I'm ensured of consistency. I am assured of hard work. And you know what? We will get there. When I'm with Polycarp, I'm assured of simplicity, yo. Thank you, Polycarp. You've shown me the light, and congratulations on your new family. Love you, guy. I love you to death, you know. And these 3 men have shaped me. I love you guys to death. With my boys, I am assured that we are steady rocking. We are burning the midnight oil, and Zion is looming just on the horizon. And before I leave, I'll just pose a question to you guys, yeah? Who are you sharpening? With your lifestyle, who are you sharpening? And who is sharpening you? Thank you.